All right. Today we'll be talking about how to always have the winning frequency in life. If you are familiar with the conversation here, you know we've talked a lot for over a year on energy, frequency, and vibration. And now this is important to us as Christians, and the fact that we should be conscious of this, particularly from the scriptural perspective, in order to be able to maximize our life. Let me start again by saying that. The invisibility of him from the kingdom of the world are clearly seen, being understood by the things that are made, even his eternal power and God so they are without excuse. This scripture talk about the fact that we can understand God by studying the creation and the work of his hand. We can understand God by studying his creation and the work of his hand. We can understand him by studying his creation and the work of his hand. Another translation says that God's eternal power and character cannot be seen. But from the creation, beginning of creation, God has shown what this looked like by what he has made. And that is why those people don't have any excuse. I would like to state that some of the languages used in scriptures are based on the limitation of the understanding of the people at that time. If the scripture is going to be written today, you are going to see some changes in the language being used. You're going to see message like energy, frequency, and vibration. For example, love, joy, and peace make it to be at a high frequency of vibration, but anger, hatred, and fear make it to be at a low frequency of vibration. This is why, as long as you're in Christ, which means you are full of love, joy, and peace, evil power cannot harm you because you are above them due to your high frequency of vibration. You are above them due to your high frequency of vibration. God has also set different systems on the earth, which make him not to interfere with the way the earth operates every time. Some of these include water cycle, carbon cycle, phosphorus cycle, nitrogen cycle, and they operate autonomously. Same also within our body as human. The body have different systems that operate by itself. Digestive system, circulatory or endocrine system, cardiovascular system, muscular system, lymphatic system, nervous system. And this enables every human being to manifest their heart desire. And this is the focus of the series of this seminar on unveiling and leveraging the God system of manifestation. Today we are looking at winning frequency. We've talked about frequency a bit because there was a request from someone in this session asking about it. We've talked about example. We talked about frequency with respect to, just a minute, I'm trying to pick up. Yeah. We've talked about the science of, we've talked about, it looks like I am missing out that particular completed. Just a minute. The last one we did, does it mean I did not add it? So sorry, I'm trying to get the topic. Okay, let me go back to our list. Yes, so we have how to maintain your frequency in spite of life issues. We've had how to maintain, we've had the first one was to master, yes, to manifest, master your frequency. To manifest, master your frequency. Then we talk about how to maintain your frequency in spite of life issues. How to maintain your frequency in spite of life issues. Then we also talked about, today we are looking at how to always have the winning frequency. How to always have the winning frequency. How to always have the winning frequency. So if you have missed any of this, you can do well to check afterwards. Let me start by saying that winning and losing are the same energy, at different rate of vibration. If you are familiar with what we discuss here, you know, loss and gain, same energy, different rate of vibration. Success, failure, same energy, different rate of vibration. Hot, cold, same energy, different rate of vibration. Poverty, riches, same energy, different rate of vibration. Winning, losing, same energy, different rate of vibration. So this is like vapor and ice, light and darkness, same energy, different rate of vibration. Sadness and happiness, same energy, different rate of vibration. Worry and peace, same energy, different rate of vibration. This is because before anything exists physically, it must first exist vibrationally. You know, we are at the end of the year, we are starting a new year, and this is the time that people will do what is called New Year resolution. Have you ever wondered why New Year resolution never work? Have you ever wondered why people make resolution in January? By second, third week in January, they begin to experience, they become inconsistent. By February, everything crack. They are unable to continue. Why? Don't try to do physically what you have not completed mentally. You want to start going to gym, you want to start doing exercise, begin to do it mentally right now. Create that experience. Feel the feeling of that experience. If you don't take care of it from the mental realm and you concentrate on the physical, because for one reason or the other, we are always quick on the physical. If you have ever wondered why you are always procrastinating, this is the reason. What you are trying to do physically, you are supposed to take care of it first mentally. Before everything can exist physically, it must first exist vibrationally. If you have not prepped your brain through visualization, meditation, if you have not prepped your brain ahead, such your brain, you are already wiring your brain to do that physical activity, getting ready. If you don't do that, when you start physically, you are going to struggle because you are putting the horse before the cart instead of putting the cart in front of the horse. So you are putting the cart in front of the horse instead of putting the horse in front of the cart. Instead of putting the cart before the horse, you should put the horse before the cart. We are so keen on doing things physically. Winning in this case is achievement in relationship or in business. When I say winning, I mean you're able to get into that relationship you are looking for. You're able to get the job you are looking for. You're able to get the business you are looking for. You're able to get the finance you are looking for. You're able to get the income you are looking for. So when I say winning, it can be in different ways depending on individual and what you are working to win on. The reason for losing in life is mainly because of unconscious association with frequency of losing. So there is an energetic unconscious association with the frequency of losing. And that is why many people continue to lose in life. Please remember that frequency is an immaterialized reality, and reality is an immaterialized frequency. Frequency is an immaterialized reality. Reality is an immaterialized frequency. The reason why many remain in the corridor of frequency of losing is because they don't understand the base mechanism of the universe that kept them in that corridor of the frequency of losing. If you fail to understand this in life, it is because you are unaware of the invisible string that connects your frequency to your reality. It's because you are unconscious of the invisible string that connect your frequency to your reality. The invisible string that connects the reality you experience to the frequency you exude. There is a concept of the universe. It's a compound effect. The concept of universe compound effect, which is a snowball effect. What is called positive feedback in medicine. Let me explain positive feedback in medicine for you. In medicine, we have positive feedback and we have negative feedback. I don't want, maybe not medicine. I think I will call it physiology. Physiology is the study of normal human function. So, for example, negative feedback is you are in a place, the place is hot, very hot. You begin to sweat. Sweating is a negative feedback. Negative feedback means your body will produce something to counter the effect of what is happening. So you are sweating. As you are sweating, your skin cell can feel the heat. It will send a message to the brain, to the sweat center in the brain. You send a message to the sweat center in the brain. When it sends a message to the sweat center in the brain, it's going to tell the brain there is heat. The brain immediately will swing into action. It will send a message to stimulate the sweat gland. It will send more blood supply to the skin. So the sweat gland can absorb more moisture. It will cause your hair to bend, to open the pores on your skin, the sweat gland, and the water will come out of it. And the water now settles on your skin. As the heat is evaporating that water, it causes your body to cool. That's why in physics we say evaporation causes cooling. So the negative feedback is the sweat to reduce the impact. So that means something happened outside, inside respond to reduce the impact. That's negative feedback. But look at positive feedback. Positive feedback happen a lot in women. Number one is during pregnancy. Yeah? As the child is growing, at around the third trimester, 40 week, between 38, 39, 48 week of the child in the tummy, the weight of the child is becoming too heavy for the uterus to carry. So it stretches the uterus. As it stretches the uterus will send a message to the brain that, look, this baby is due to go out. The brain will stimulate the release of oxytocin. It's an hormone. The hormone causes the wall of the uterus to contract. Now, as the wall of the uterus contract, that contraction will go to the brain and it will cause the brain to produce more oxytocin. Now, there's a contraction, there's a production of hormone that increase the contraction, then more hormone and increase the contraction, increase the contraction, increase the contraction, increase the contraction, or to the point that the baby is forced out. Positive feedback. Now, I'm trying to explain something. I'll come back to my note. But let's look at the next one. Positive feedback during breastfeeding. As the baby come out and the baby need to eat and he will suck the mother's breast, as he's sucking the mother's breast, as the mouth is touching the nipple have a sensor that sends a message to the brain that the baby need milk. The same hormone, oxytocin, will be released to contract the muscles of the breast to squeeze out the milk from the lobules inside the breast, and then the milk start coming. So the more the baby suck, the more contraction, the more milk gets to the mouth. The more the baby sucked, the more contraction, the more milk gets in the mouth. Positive feedback. Now, so the body have positive feedback and negative feedback. Let's come back to this. So there is a concept of universal compound effect, which is a snowball effect, a positive feedback in medicine, and it's also called neuroplasticity. Please note that it basically says that the longer you stay in a frequency, the more it's compounding. The longer you stay in a frequency, the more it's compounding. The longer you stay, that's why all you need is discipline to stay longer in that frequency. You have an addiction to something, you started a particular practice. If you stay longer in it, over time, you are going to have a compounding effect that will make that thing to not be interesting to you again. Why? Because you are now having a compound effect, rewiring your brain in such a way that the new practice, the new habit override the old one. Please note that it basically says the longer you stay in a frequency, the more it's compounding. This is because consistency is an alchemy, because it allows momentum to be built up. And this stack and stack and stack and stack. This is why, listen to this, the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. Ladies and gentlemen, the reason the rich get richer is because the rich is in the frequency of wealth. He doesn't see things as expensive. He doesn't complain about the price of things. If he doesn't have the money, he tell himself he will come back and buy. He has a mindset that doesn't see anything as being too expensive. The rich get richer, but the poor get poorer. This also explains the reason why the rich country get richer and the poor country get poorer. And this become a vicious cycle. This is why the winner keep winning and the loser keep losing. And it's because the frequency stack and stack and stack and generate enough energy to build a momentum to keep you in that state you have been. You know, I like the fact that we're talking about this around this time. We're going into the new year. You must make up your mind that in this new year, you want to compound that positive frequency. You want to compound it. You want to compound it. You want to compound it. And the way to compound it is to stay long enough in it. Week 1, and then week 2, and then month 1, and then month 2. And you get so used to it. That's why if anything happens that I don't like, and it make me to feel unhappy, immediately my brain will respond that, look, you're not in the right state, because I'm often in the peaceful state. So when I am not in the peaceful state, my body reacts to it. And immediately I want to get into a state where I take care of that issue immediately. Why? Because I don't want my bloodstream to be contaminated with cortisol and adrenaline. Some people are so used to that state of stress such that when they are not stressed, it's like they are not okay. Why? Is it that they are fighting with someone, they are angry with someone, they are one issue. They are just in constant state of stress. So because they are used to it, they always want cortisol in their bloodstream. But they don't know it's damaging their organs. They don't know it's damaging their organs. And it's going to short circuit their life. So consistency is alchemy because it allows momentum to be built, and this stack and stack and stack. That is why the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. This also explains the reason why rich country get richer and poor country get poorer. And this becomes a vicious cycle. This is why the winner keep winning and the loser keep losing. And it's because the frequency stack and generate enough energy to build a momentum to keep you in that state you have been. So that means if you are not conscious of the state you are in and the fact that you need to get out of that state, you might stay there for a very long time. Please note that you don't have frequency, but rather frequency have you. Frequency have you. It controls you. Frequency have you, controls you, and it's a parasite. It wants to continue to exist in your life. That negative frequency want to continue to exist in your life, even at your own expense, when you don't want it in your life. So if you say, why am I broke? It's because being broke have you. Being broke is a frequency, and that frequency is a frequency that you need to get out of as soon as possible. You need to get out of your body as soon as possible. Why? Because being broke is a frequency. This is why you see those that win, that they keep winning and winning and winning. And those that lose, they keep losing and losing. This is controlled by frequency. And you need to reverse engineer it. This is why it is not lack of money that keep you poor. No, it is the frequency that make them poor. The frequency is what make them to take decisions that make them poor. The frequency. When you are in a frequency, there's a frequency you will be in, you will always be thinking of how to save and invest. There's a frequency you will be in, you always be thinking of how to spend and spend and spend and spend and spend. How to spend and spend and spend. The frequency you've been in, you want to read more about finance, you want to read, it just interests you. It just, I don't know, you know, until I started learning this thing, I understand. There was a time, sometimes ago, I used to worry in the church. We organize business seminar, finance seminar, prosperity seminar. People that need it will not attend. Oh my God. People that need it, that when they need to contribute, they can raise the money, they will not attend. And I begin to ask, I thought you say you are broke, you need money. Shouldn't you come for this? Later, I realized that, when you will be, you can be in a frequency that will make you to be taking stupid decisions, stupid decisions, stupid decisions, stupid decisions, stupid decisions, and you're wondering why you're broke, and you're wondering why you're in a bad relationship. You're wondering why you keep taking a decision because your frequency speak before you speak. Your frequency speak before you speak. Your state of consciousness speak before you speak. Your mindset speak before you speak. So before you speak, you are already speaking. So if you are in the frequency of poverty, you will not go for prosperity seminar. You will not go for business seminar. You will not go for seminar that will improve you. You will not even read book. You just realize you are not doing some things. We did another one last year. We started it also. It was on Zoom for leaders, and they are youth leaders. The first session, we had over 30 people. Then the second session, about 20 people. The third session, I now realize some of them are coming because the leader, we accuse them of not coming. But these are people that need it. Go to business seminar. Who do you see there? People that are in business, people that are making more money. They are the one that attend. Have you noticed? Please drop in the chat if you notice this thing I told you. If you notice it might not be in money. Can you drop in the chat? If you notice this, if you notice what I just said, if you experience it, either you or someone around you, can you drop in the chat? Drop in the chat. Because until I notice this, I realize this rather. And I say, no wonder. No wonder. Yes, I have noticed. Very good, Francis. No wonder. You'll be wondering, how is it that people that need why are they not the ones showing up? Your frequency speak before you speak. Your state of consciousness speak before you speak. Your frequency speak before you speak. Your state of consciousness speak before you speak. People don't do things. Their frequency influence their decision. Someone says, so true. Keep the comment coming. Their frequency influence their decision. And you might notice that in you also. You want to do something, but you find yourself, look, anytime you want to do something, maybe you want to be disciplined in maybe not taking sugar again, eating, not eating late, not gym, or any area of your life you need an improvement, and you find it difficult. Just know you are not in the right frequency yet. That's why it's difficult. The day you are in the right frequency, it will not be difficult. For me, it's like waking up in the morning to meditate before I do my quiet time, or waking up in the morning to what's the name? To jog. Immediately I finish meditation, I join my family in morning devotion, then I go and jog. And it's that just routine. As in, it's so serious that even if we go out and we're in an hotel, I will still do my jogging. I will. Because whenever I'm not in the house, some things is not easy. I might have to go into the toilet to do my meditation. Because, it's a frequency. When you are in that frequency, if you don't do it, it's like something is missing. It's like you're missing something. I'm trying to tell you the reason why those that are winning keep winning, and those that are losing keep losing. And win and lose in this case has to do with a particular reality you desire. This why you see those that win, that they keep winning, and those that keep losing. This is why it is not lack of money that keep people poor. It is the frequency that make them poor. The frequency make them to take stupid decisions. That's why someone will win a lottery and will become broke after some years. Because it's in the wrong frequency. The frequency of losing or being a loser is developed through conviction about losses, self-doubt. They already lost before they start. They expect less of themselves or expect losses. They normalize losing. They have lost internally because they failed at something before. So they have lost internally and then they keep losing externally. Losers already lost before the race began. And this makes them to lose internally. And as within, so to be without. If you already lost internally, how then do you intend to win externally? If you already lost internally, how then do you intend to win internally? Because you already lost externally. Internally, rather. How will you win externally? The evidence of losing internally is seen in their words. So if someone is a loser, it will show in his words. It will show in his action. It will show in his thought. It will show in his character. It will show in his habit. A loser is always expecting to lose. They expect less of themselves than what they can get in a situation or circumstance. Please know that expectation is creation, either you know it or not. And this is why you need to begin to take your mind seriously because expectation is creation. Expectation is creation. Expectation is creation. That means you need to begin to take your mind seriously because expectation is creation. This is because there is no truth in your reality other than what your subconscious mind has accepted as truth. Other than what your subconscious mind have accepted as true. Some people find it normal to lose. And please note that whatever you find normal in your life will eventually find you. Some people find it normal to lose. And whatever you find normal in your life will eventually find you. Whatever you find normal in your life will find you. Whatever you find normal in your life will find you. Some people find it normal to lose. If you find it normal to have money, to not have money, it will find you. You find it normal to not have a job because you're in Nigeria, it will find you. You find it normal to not have a good partner in marriage, it will find you. If you not find you normal to not succeed in the country, you find you. You find it normal not to get a good business deal, it will find you. You find it normal not to get a positive response for an interview you attend, it will find you. Because whatever you find normal will find you. Note that losing affects your internal state. And until the internal state begins to affect your external, you will be a slave to your reality. Losers let their internal state to be affected by the outcome in their life. So they feel terrible when they lose and feel excited when they win. They are controlled by the reality of their life. They are a slave to reality. They feel terrible when they lose. They're excited when they win. That's slavery to reality. That is slavery to reality. That is slavery to reality. That terrible state made them to create such circumstances outside of themselves on a continuous basis. Because if you are sad because something happened outside that make you sad, if you remain sad, you are going to being sad is an emotion, which is an energetic vibration, which compound to a frequency and attract more situations that will make you the more sad. Remember that losing is the inability to attain your desired goal and aspiration, right? Another issue with loser is that they lack conviction in themselves. And this is because they lack confidence in themselves, because they lack faith within. You don't have conviction in yourself, you don't have confidence in yourself, guess what? You remain in that frequency of losing. They lack conviction in their ability to win. And this lack of faith is lacking the ability to move mountain, like Jesus said. Lack of conviction keep you in the frequency of failing and failure. And this affects you internally because you feel uh, lost or be at the back, and this eventually balance on the outside with more situations and circumstances of failure happening to you. Please note that all of us go through challenges in life. I told you some of the one I've gone through this year. And the only difference is that make you, the awareness that make us to be able to stop the vicious cycle of failure in our lives. Everybody go through challenges, but you are the one that will stop the vicious cycle of failure by not dwelling in that failure. Because remember, whatever you focus your attention on, you become. Whatever you build, you become. Whatever you build, you become. Whatever you build, you become. If you focus your attention on that loss, you will attract more of those losses to you. Because your attention is alignment. Your attention is alignment. Your attention is whatever you give your attention to, you align with. When you begin to experience self-doubt, you set yourself on the path to experiencing self-defeat. And this makes you to lose in life. All of us experience the thought of self-doubt internally. And the difference is that some identify with it while others don't. Always remember, those thoughts are not yours. They are from your old self, your old frequency. They are not yours. Those that identify with it eventually become losers because they forgot that no thought is real unless the one you have chosen by giving your attention to it. I'll take that again. No thought is real unless the one you have chosen to give your attention to. No thought is real unless the one you have chosen to give your attention to. No thought is real unless the one you have chosen to give your attention to. Once you choose the thought, you give your energy to it and attention to it. And this is an emotion that compounds to a frequency that keeps you in the corridor of losing. Now, let's go and discuss the frequency of winning. You need to transcend the dichotomy of win or lose to begin to see everything as win rather than separation. I'll take that again. Transcend the dichotomy of lose or win. See everything as winning. That means, remember, win can be good relationship, good job, good opportunity. So, I just experienced a breakup as a single person. How did you interpret it? Is it loss or win? If you can begin to interpret it as a win, thank God this happened. Maybe so and so will have happened in future that will make us to eventually divorce and leave this marriage. Thank God it happened now. You are seeing that separation, that heartbreak as winning rather than losing. See everything as win. You have lost a job opportunity, see it as win. You have lost a business opportunity, see it as win. Whatever it is you are losing, see it as win. That means you have to sell a narrative to yourself. 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 If you don't learn, if you don't learn to sell a narrative to yourself, you see, this life is about narrative. It's 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 about narrative. It is about narrative. If you don't learn to sell narrative, you will just be unnecessarily sad because of what is not happening the way you wanted it to happen in your life. Unnecessarily sad. Unnecessarily sad. Learn to sell narrative to yourself. Learn it, learn it, learn it, learn it. See everything as a win. Don't see this life as win or lose. Someone has betrayed you, see it as a win. Someone has disappointed you, see it as a win. You experience something that, whatever it is, see it as a win. Not because it didn't pain you, but interpret it in a way that you see it as a win. Because you are going to be building in your mind the frequency of winning. No thought is real unless the one you have chosen by giving your attention to it. Once you choose the thought, you give your attention. No thought is real until you give your attention to it. Ensure that you avoid the dichotomy of win or lose. Everything is a win. This is because these two are separate energy, but the difference is their rate of vibration. So note that winning and losing is a polarity. Always remember that polarity only exists in this physical realm. Everything that exists in this physical realm has a degree of separation. Because of this, it also has a degree of limitation. Always remember that in this physical realm, it's an illusion. Remember, your eyes see only 0.0035% of reality. It's a realm of illusion. In the spiritual realm, we are all one in terms of essence and consciousness. This is because we are from one source. I made an illustration the other time. Take a keg of water from the ocean. 10 people have bottle in their hand. You got a 100-liter keg or 50-liter keg, and you pour it into 1-liter bottle being held by 50 people. 50 people holding 1-liter bottle, you pour it inside. If you test each of those waters, each of them, it will be the same constituent in the lab. Why? That's the way we are. We are all the same spiritually. Same essence. The same. No difference. That's why if you hurt others, you are hurting yourself. If you hurt others, you are hurting yourself. If you hurt others, you are helping yourself. This is because we are from one source, and that source cannot be destroyed like our physical body, which can be destroyed. We are one with everything because before everything can exist physically, it must first exist vibrationally. And in that realm of vibration, we are all one. Always remember that there is only one power in this universe, and that is God. And that is God. And forgetting this is what makes you to descend into physical realm of illusion and think of separation. Forgetting this is what makes you to descend into the physical realm of illusion of separation. When you are one with God and you have God consciousness, you know that God is the only power that exists in this realm. Then you will begin to see losing and winning as one because both will lead to the same destination because all things work together for good. Winning and losing will lead to the same destination because all things work together for good. God has a way of making all things work together for good. So you don't see winning and losing at all. You see it as winning. all things work together for good. You are the one that make the law of your own reality, because there is no truth in reality other than what your subconscious has said that's true. The only way to transcend losing is to cut them off, and this make you to transcend polarity and become one with God consciousness. This make you to begin to interpret everything or so-called losses with the eyes of winning, and this make you to feel good about it. Make you to feel good about it. It is this feeling good about losing that create an emotion that compound to a frequency that eventually balance on the outside as winning. The rich lose money in business, he see it as school fees. It won't stop him from trying again because he see it as school fees. He had just paid school fees. But if the person have a losing frequency, he will not touch that business again. Hey, don't go there. Don't go there. This is the way people that operate in the frequency of winning operate. They see everything as winning. Even when they lose the sales or the relationship or the opportunity, they are able to have the right perspective that make them to interpret every situation in their life as winning, no matter the level of loss. This mind shift is one of the major factors that differentiate the loser from winners, because losers feel bad and get into the frequency that ensure that they never try again. When you begin to see everything as a win, you will get into the perception projection loop. And this means that the way you perceive reality is the way that you project reality in your life. Is the way you project reality in your life. This then keep you in the vicious cycle of that reality you have been projecting, be it good or bad. When you perceive everything as a win, then you begin to open up avenue that you don't even know exist that help you materialize that win. As long as you are doing all you need to do from the place of being, everything that happened to you, good or bad, is a win. Everything that happened to you, good or bad, is a win. Mm. 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 Everything that happened to you, good or bad, is a win. You know, what we're discussing tonight is a paradigm shift. Paradigm shift. Complete shift from the usual way that people think and process information. Usual way that people think and process information. When you perceive everything as a win, then you begin to open up avenue that you don't even know that help you materialize that win. As long as you are doing all you need to do from the place of being, everything that happened to you, good or bad, is a win. Oh my God. What a way to round up the year. This is our last session this year. This is not to say that you will not lose a sales, a job, a promotion, a commission, an opportunity, a good partner. What is important is that you perceive that lose as a win. As long as you do, it will make a lot of difference in your life and the way you manifest your desired reality. The perception of winning in that loss is what is important, because this is what will force reality to begin to align to your desired reality. The frequency of winning or being a winner and being a winner is the achievement of a desired reality. And this can be a sales, a promotion, a good relationship, a car, a house, or any other good thing of life. The frequency of winning is developed through expecting to win, normalizing winning sees as normal. You already won in your mind before you start. You celebrate winning in spite of a contrary reality. In spite of a contrary reality, you celebrate winning, being able to do it again despite the initial loss. Those are the frequency of winning. Winner doesn't see winning as a rare occurrence. Therefore, prepare to win and celebrate ahead. They didn't see winning as a real occurrence. Therefore, prepare to win and celebrate ahead. This normalization of winning with celebration ahead is an emotion that compounds to a frequency that perpetuates the situation and circumstances of winning in their life. Look at that statement again. And we know that all things work together for good. Not for everybody. To them that love God and to them that are called according to his purpose. To them that love God, not everybody. To them that love God and to them that are called according to his purpose. We know that in everything, God will work for the good of those who love him. These are the people that are called according to his purpose. So, in spite of the issue, they are still full of love. Because they are always loving, they are at peace. Because they are always loving, they are in alignment. Because God is love. If they are loving, God is love. They don't lose their peace and become hateful, wicked, want to revenge. They are at peace. The Bible says there is no fear in love. They don't live in fear. Perfect love cast out fear. There's whenever I read these scriptures, it just makes a lot of sense. Perfect love cast out fear. Do you know what perfect love cast out fear? Because when you are in love, you are one with God. When you are one with God, God cannot be afraid. God cannot be afraid. God cannot be afraid. You are one with him. Because you are one with him, you have God consciousness. So even though there is a situation around, because you have God consciousness, you're not worried, you're not bothered, you're not disturbed, you're not afraid. Why? Because you are one with him. You have consciousness of God. And we know that all things work together for good. That's the anchor scriptures for this conversation today. Everything is a win. Everything is a win. Everything is a win. Never see a loss. Either a client that promised to buy from you and is not buying again, or a job you lose at the interview, you could not get a job, or a relationship, the person broke up with you. See every so-called negative situation as a win. Sell that narrative to yourself. Be happy about it. Go and give thanks to God. That's what the Bible says. Listen to this, listen to this. In all things, rejoice. Look, I don't know if you are seeing what I'm saying. I don't know if you are seeing what I'm saying. That you should rejoice. Rejoice. 1 Thessalonians 5:16. Rejoice evermore. Philippians 4:4. Rejoice in the Lord always. And again, I say, rejoice. 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 Be careful for nothing, but in everything, by prayer and supplication, with thanksgiving, because you are at peace and full of love and joy, let your request be made known to God. And the peace of God, which passeth understanding, shall keep your heart and mind through Christ. I don't know if this scripture is making sense to someone here today. Rejoice. See all the situation as a win. Please go into the new year with this mindset. No matter what the year brings to you, see it as a win. See it as a win. See it as a win. Winner does not see winning as a rare occurrence. It celebrates ahead before it happens. It normalizes celebration. This is a mindset of winning. Going ahead to do it because you know that you have already won ahead. You have already won ahead. You have already won ahead. Rejoice again. I say rejoice. Rejoice again. I say rejoice. Rejoice again. I say rejoice. Rejoice evermore, guys. Please, as we go into the new year, I did. Do you know I didn't plan this for one reason or the other? This for me just is a perfect, perfect conversation to have on a day like this. And I'm very excited that we're having this conversation. Even though I did not plan it, I didn't say, okay, what can we do for the last? I was planning for the session because the session we are going to be having is going to be a blast. So that's what I've been working on. That's what I've been working on. This was just on my timeline, as in I already have some topics lined up. I just follow them in that order. But I'm happy we're having this conversation. I'm sure this is giving someone a deliverance for the new year. Whatever has happened in the old year going out. The mindset of winning going ahead to do it because you know you already win ahead. This mindset is such that even when the outcome didn't go the way you want it, that will not change the fact that you know that you have won because all things will still work together for your good. Please note that expectation is creation. That is because you will only get in this life that which you are expecting to see in your life. You will only get in this life that what you are expecting to see in your life. In the realm of reality creation, many judge the day by what they reap rather than judging the day by what they sow. Because do not judge reality in your life by what you see. Rather, go and judge it by what you sow in the realm of course. Don't judge your reality by what you reap. What are you sowing in your subconscious mind? What are you sowing in the way you are thinking? What are you sowing in your subconscious mind? The winner know that their reality is not determined by what they can see because they know their eyes see 0.0035%, but by what they cannot see. That is why they judge their reality by what they are sowing in the mental realm, of course. And this is why they keep winning. Please note that winners are not necessarily winners are not necessarily the best at what they do. Winners are not necessarily the best at what they do, but they are the best at what they sow in the mental realm. They are not best at what they do, probably in their field, but they are the best. They are best in what they sow. The winners are always talking about the journey, not the outcome. Hello. Most of the time we are so keen about the outcome, 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 so keen about the outcome. We are so keen about the outcome, but you should be concerned about the journey. And if you talk to great performance in life, they are always on the journey, they never arrive. Winners are always talking about the journey, not the outcome, because they are not judging the day by what they reap, they judge it by what they sow. Preparation is expectation. So winners are always preparing to win and celebrate ahead of time. You need to begin to celebrate what you want to attain ahead of the attainment of that thing. And this communicate to the God system of the universe that you have it already. And remember that you can only have what you already have. And if you have not received it internally, you will not, it will not. If you have not received it internally, you will not have it externally. The winners think independently of their reality, and this makes them to be free from the influence of their reality. So even when things does not go well in their life, it does not affect them negatively and how they feel about that situation. They always remember that the wise are the same in pain and in pleasure. The wise are the same in pain and in pleasure. The wise are the same in pain and in pleasure. The wise are the same in pain and in pleasure. The wise are the same emotionally in pain and in pleasure. The wise are the same in pain and in pleasure. So when they lose, they do not feel bad. And when they win, they expect to win. So they normalize it and do not get overly excited. When they lose, they don't feel bad. When they win, they're not overly excited because they are expecting to win. Please note that if your reality determines how you feel internally, if your external reality determines how you feel internally, then you are a slave to your reality. You are not free. You are a slave. If what happened around you determines how you feel inside, you are a slave. You are a slave to the reality. But if you do not allow reality to determine how you feel because you live by design and not by default, you become a master of our reality. 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 Why? Because reality is not controlling you again. So you are now master of our reality. Reality is not controlling you again. So you are not master over reality. You should be a master over reality. That's the way you should live your life. You should be a master over reality. That's the way you should live your life. You should be a master over reality. You are a master over reality when you live by design, not by default. You live by default when the external reality in your life control how you feel inside. You live by design when you decide how you want to feel, not by what is happening outside. You decide the way you want to feel by feeling good in spite of what is happening on the outside. So become a master of our reality. This make winners to make reality their slave. And they are not slave to their reality. Because no matter what happens, they are full of love, joy, and peace with it. No matter what happens, they are full of love. Look at it, look at it, look at it, look at the map of consciousness. They are always at a high frequency. They are full of love, joy, and peace with it. No matter what happens, they are full of love, joy, and peace. And this make them make what has happened not to be able to affect their reality because they see everything that happened in their life as a win. They see everything that happened in their life as a win. They can never lose. And because they can't lose internally, they remain in the frequency of winning. Because they can't lose internally, they remain in the frequency of winning. They remain in the frequency of winning because they can't lose internally. They remain in the frequency of winning. All the time. and this make the reality not to gaslight them. They are always in charge of controlling their emotion and thus their frequency and consequently their reality. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining again tonight. What have you learned tonight? Tell me. Francis, good evening. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, how are you?
I'm fine, sir. Thank you for the wonderful session tonight, sir.
Yep.
Merry Christmas, sir.
Yes, same to you.
Yeah, and Merry Christmas, everybody. So, thank you for the wonderful session tonight, sir. It was wonderful and powerful. God bless you,
Why did you say that?
sir. Yeah, sir.
I said, why did you say that?
Uh, it caused a lot of change, a lot of things, a lot of belief that I've been holding. Like I just say, I'm just dropping them one by one. I'm just dropping them, dropping this
Very
one, drop
good.
this one, drop this.
Very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah. So now, what I learned today that really stayed with me. Is you said that expectation is creation.
Yes.
Like is what you are, yes, like is what you are expecting. That's what you create.
Yes.
So that make me remember one thing in my 100 level that like when preparing for the exam, I wrote in a paper all the score I want. Like I want 80 here, I want 90 here, I want this one here. But like, and when the result came out, it's almost the same thing as what I wrote out. So that made me remember that expectation is indeed creation.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you also mentioned that like the reason why people don't have money is not because of the money, but because of the frequency at which they are. So I can see that one really applied to me a lot. That one really
There's
applied to me a
so
lot
many things.
because
Hold on, please. There's so many things you want to do. If you find yourself procrastinating, I would like to have a personal session with you in the new year. If there's something that is important you do in your life, and you find yourself, I'm not talking about other frivolous things, I'm talking about, if you can do this thing in your life, you got to make it. I want to work with you and get you to that point where you will not procrastinate again. Because you need to. I'm talking generally now, not just to Francis. I'm talking generally now. And the reason is because the reason you are not able to do what you want to do is because you are not in a frequency of doing it. You are not in a state of consciousness empowering you to do it. I was meditating this morning, an idea dropped in my mind. Listen up. I was meditating this morning, an idea dropped in my mind. When the idea dropped, I went online and read and looked for the website to host that service. I found that it's available. I paid immediately for the name.com, the URL, the domain name. And I reached out to the person that will do the website. Today, I've written the content of how that website look like. What we're going to be selling there, we already have it in digital copy before, but I didn't think of this until you reported to me this morning. And I'm not talking to the website where, as I'm talking to you, the person is chatting me and I'm responding, we're negotiating. As I'm talking to you, I'm chatting the person. And before the end of this, we are going to start working on that project. Before the end of January, that project will be ready. But I got the idea today and I've moved so fast. I'm talking about the fact that some people get the idea like that, they are not able to implement. They keep postponing. For anything to exist physically, it must first exist vibrationally. If you want to do something and you find it, you just, okay, later. Okay, it's like there's no energy to do it. It's because you are not in the right state of consciousness. Go ahead.
yes, sir. Wow. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. So yes, so um when you mentioned that like about not having money or about all this rich people mentality, So that really speaks to me a lot in the sense that, like, anytime I went to market like this and I see a maybe I want to buy something and it is expensive, I say, I'm not buying, I don't have the money. Well, I don't have that mentality that I don't have the mentality that I will come back and buy it. It has never registered my mind before. It's always,
Because
it's too expensive.
you don't see yourself coming to buy it.
Yes, yes, sir. So that's one thing that really changed in my mind tonight. It really changed my mind. Yes, another thing you mentioned is that about being a slave to reality by what you feel. I can see that this has been happening to me for a very, 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 very long time. That anything that just happened because of exam, I fail an exam, or somebody behaves anyhow somehow to me. Somebody that I'm good to you. I do not do anything bad to you, and you just do something that is very, very bad to me. So I react in negative way. So I'll be very, very sad or sorrowful sometimes, especially in the case of exam. So it has really, really affected me. But tonight it has changed. I see everything as winning. So thank you very much, sir.
All
So
right.
I want to ask the question, sir.
Go ahead.
Uh, um, I want to ask that what is the you said that we should see everything as winning. So now, what is the first question is that what is the place of prayer in winning?
What is
That's
the
the first question, sir. The place of prayer.
what are you praying for?
Like you said that we should see everything as winning. Like
What are you
does it
praying
does
for? Tell me what you want to pray for now.
maybe you want to pray for the win.
Pray for what?
But what I want to do, like, God, let this thing win. Let this thing come out way.
Give me an example now.
Maybe you are trying to run
Why are you
like
vague?
a business or something like that.
You're praying for what?
Okay. Okay. Now, okay. Let me use myself an example. Like maybe I wrote an new course now. I wrote an exam. So, and I know that in that exam, I did not really, really, really do what I'm expected to do. So, can I pray that God,
Go,
I did
go
not do
and write
this
it again. If you
very
fail,
well.
you go and write it again, my friend.
Ah,
You want to be using prayer to change result. Go and write it again.
ah.
Go and write
Oh
it
my
again.
God.
Very easy. If you are praying, let's say someone is telling you, oh, you will never pass, and you will put in your effort, then you can go and pray to God for God to touch his heart now. But you didn't
Okay.
prepare for exam, and you are praying that the score will change from 29 to 79. Yeah. Why are you wasting your time?
Okay, sir.
The reason
Thank you
why
very
I
much, sir.
don't even think Christians should pray that kind of prayer, because look, if you don't pass an exam, it's an indication you don't know that subject matter. If it's a critical area of human, like medical people, that means you don't know that concept. That means you might be killing human being in future if you encounter that situation and you don't know it. So it's important you know it in the first place. So for me, it's not even, I don't think it's okay to be praying to pass an exam that you're supposed to read and pass, that unbeliever will read and pass without even praying to God about it. I don't think you should be praying. There's some things I don't believe we should pray about. Why? Because unbeliever don't pray about it. Why are you praying about it?
No, sir.
Just like
It's not
being
as if you don't know the
prudent.
question,
Yeah, go ahead.
sir. It's not as if you don't know the question. Maybe they are asking for one thing, you're not giving another thing. Maybe like you made a mistake. You know the question very, very well. That even after you came out
Everybody
from the
that
exam,
everybody that failed made a mistake. Everybody that failed made a mistake. Either mistake of not reading enough, or mistake of not sleeping well, and then the brain was not alert for them to be awake and be able to remember. Everybody is making a mistake. Everybody is
mm,
making a mistake. So anyway, personal opinion. Some people can pray for result. I don't think it's. I've done it before, but when I did it, nothing changed. So I've learned my lesson. I pray and add vigil. This one was
mm.
because I was told I failed and I taught people that passed.
Wow.
Yes, now. So it wasn't like I didn't even know it. You know,
Ah.
it's a different story entirely. Maybe I'll talk about this some other time.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, sir.
All right. Thank you very much. Blessing. Good evening. How are you today?
Good evening, sir. I'm
Yeah. Good
good.
evening.
Thank you very much for tonight's
Yeah.
session. It's a lot.
A lot. Tell me.
Okay. Ah, basically, there are lots of things that you said. Okay, let me start from where we spoke about our thoughts. That no thought is real unless you you've chosen to give attention to it.
Yes.
I don't want to use the word I'm such an overthinker because I don't want to proclaim that for myself.
I didn't
There
get
are
that.
times that I used to overthink.
Okay.
I overthink things that sometimes it will affect me in a very like it can drain me to the point that I may not be able to
Because
do.
because because thought has presence. So you need to do something about it. And one of the things you can do about it is, what is that thing you're overthinking about? What is that thing you're overthinking about? You are giving it too much concentration, too much attention, too much attention. Give an example of something you overthink about.
For instance, I don't really want to. Let
Okay,
me
okay,
give
no.
an
If you don't want
example.
to share publicly, that's fine. I just want to. I'm trying to play. I'm trying to give an instance on what you can, the way to think about it, the way to become
Okay,
more conscious about the way you think about it, so that you can redirect. Because one of the things I hope to achieve through this series is to create the consciousness in us, so that at any point in time when you are thinking of something, you are conscious of your thought. Remember, the thought is not yours. When you
mm,
begin to feel bad about it, because you are not focusing attention on it.
okay. So let me give an instance
Yes.
now. Oh, probably I was. Let me give this instance that I I'm talking to someone
Yeah.
and all of a sudden you just change towards me. I'll
Okay.
start to think that did I do something bad? I'll not be referring to things that don't even tally with it. Saying that okay, this same thing happened to this same person. That's how this person stopped talking to me. Am I the problem? Am I this? And it will drain me to the point that I'll not start instead of I should look inward and check for
So,
maybe
from what we've discussed today, always
yes.
remember, even if the person want to leave, it's a win.
Okay.
Immediately you begin to look at it that way, you will be at peace. You are now consciously focusing on the right thing. And guess what? Guess what? It's likely going to come back. Number one, sometimes that your thought might not even be real. You might just be the one interpreting it wrongly. Maybe the person has been busy, he doesn't have time, not because he's having issue with you, but he doesn't have time. He's been busy, and unfortunately, instead of him could call that I won't be available at this time. But now he became available back, and he called, sorry, I could not talk to you since that because of this. You now realize, thank God I thought of it as a win. Do you understand what I mean?
Yes, sir.
So do you understand? So immediately you see it as a win. You begin to tell yourself, the reason he's not responding, he might be in a meeting or he has gone somewhere, that kind of stuff. So you are creating scenario that make you to be at peace, that there's no problem. Such
Mm,
that even if he leaves, a better person is coming your way. So you're at peace.
yes,
Does that make sense?
yes, sir, very
Yeah.
much.
Go ahead.
Okay, and the other thing I've taken and I'll be doing forward is whatever you normalize, like whatever
Every
you
divine
find
number
normal,
will find you.
will find you.
Yeah.
And again, there's something this I've changed about myself recently since when I've been joining. Like I've been consistent with even if I don't join, I listen to the class. Is that whenever I say something negative, immediately conscious like unconsciously I'll just say that that's not me. Maybe I say, oh my god, I'm so broke. Immediately I'll just say I'm not broke. I have much.
I like
I'll
that. I
just
like that. You're
say
now conscious. You're
something.
getting conscious. You're getting conscious.
Yes,
You're getting
yes,
conscious.
yes, sir. So it has been so helpful. And you also made a statement this evening when you were talking to Francis about when you have something laid in your heart and you procrastinate. There are times that you end up not doing it, but you're supposed supposed to like take action. I really love to be part of that one-on-one section because I get a lot of ideas, and there are times that I don't exhibit it. And I can remember I think last 2 weeks I joined concerning I told you that I wanted to start up something, and you said I need to do it internally and I need to be in alignment. I say I've been seeing positive changes because now I've gotten how it's going to go, how I'm going to go about it. Because the way I was thinking about it before was not, I feel that was not how I was supposed to do it. And
Yeah.
I'll say thank you very much, sir, because it's better now. And
Yes. Very good.
I just need to work on the procrastination thing. Like when I get ideas, I just
Let's
like,
talk about that. I mentioned that in
yes, sir.
January, anybody that is facing that issue of procrastination, we're going to have one-on-one session with everybody that have that issue. We'll look for a convenient time from January, and I will tell you what you need to do to ensure you stop procrastinating. We might even have a session, maybe before then, we might even have a session like this talking about it to stop that procrastination. I'm going to have a general session on it, and then whoever is in that problem or having that challenge, I would like us to have some conversation one-on-ones anytime in January. Go ahead.
So that's it, sir.
All right.
And moving forward, I'll make sure whatever I want to achieve physically, I would get it internally and be more conscious.
Yes.
Thank you very much,
Thank
sir.
you. Thank you. Grant, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening.
Yes, sir. Happy Sunday. So, what I gained or learned tonight is that part of everything is a win. And then now it's December, like day is 28th. It's just strategic in that as I weighed, just happens subconsciously for me, not like I think down to sit to see if whether what happened or whether things worked in that sense or not, as in regret. But I was also considering the things I defined as not working exactly as I would have loved it to. But then when you got to that part where you said everything is a win,
Yes.
whatever direction it takes, just break out from the polarity loop and see that once again reinforcing that it all leads to the same destination. And I'm even glad about, I'm happy that I hear this from time to time because there's a point where, because I know a lot of things. So, and I know it mentally. When I hear it again and I'm in that emotional moment, like the state where those thoughts are playing subconsciously in my mind, and then you say those things, it just comes to give it more weight and gives it more use case that I see that, oh, it also applies to this part and it applies to this part. And as you spoke on and on, I just concluded this year and wrapped it up in actual Thanksgiving to say whatever all the directions it took, it was actually a success. Like the things, everything worked basically. Based with this now, I can't even conveniently say something did not work because it worked for something I might not see yet.
Yes.
It's compounding towards something that would ultimately be the manifestable or the objective physical success. So thank you for that. Then things that strengthen my frequency, I recorded down convictions and self-confidence. And then when self-doubt pops up or like self-doubt in any area is now it's between either to associate with it or to recognize that it's the mindset I'm breaking from, trying to check if it still has a space. And then when you say that my thoughts are not my thoughts, I'm kind of understand this more, but I'm also confused about it.
When I say it's not you, it's not coming from you, it's coming from your old self. So it's not like I created it, it just came to me because it's like a reservoir that is oozing out. I'm not consciously bringing it out, so I'm not engineering it, and that's not what I desire, what I want. I'm not consciously thinking of it. It just came. Do you understand? And so it's not from me. It's not that it's not from my mind, but I'm not the one creating it. It's my old self, old frequency. I'm breaking out of a habit, and the old habit is saying, you, who told you you can do it? How will you do it? You that cannot do this, can't do this. But you know you are working towards against it, and you know you're not the one wanting to go back. But the thought come and you now say, that's true. You are now consenting to, you now begin to focus on it. Am I making sense?
Yeah.
Rather than
So,
ignoring it and focus on something else.
okay. So the thought is from my mind, but it's not from me. No. Is that,
Yes.
did I get that
Yes.
correctly?
Yes.
Okay.
So when I say it's not from you, that means you're not the one orchestrating it. It's not like, I want to think of how to solve this mass. I want to think of how to solve this problem. It's different from, I'm just in a class or in a place, it just came to my mind.
Oh, it's not an intentional thought.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay, I get now. Okay. So then one other thing you said that is that there are challenges every day. We would all face challenges. We all face challenges. But by reason of self-awareness, I am able to short circuit the vicious circle or cycle of failure.
Yes.
Not so
Yes.
not taking the output as the next input that will create the next
I
output.
like that. I like that. Not taking the output to create the next input and generate a similar output. And then be worrying, why am I having this output? But you're the one that created the input now.
Yes. So that's one of the things that actually scares me positively, in that when I see that possibility that if this thing continues like this, it's not going to lead anywhere. I just snap out of it whenever I become conscious. So, and generate the new thoughts. And over time, like through the whole course of this year, especially, and I was saying the last 6 months, as we've done this session over and over and over again, and there are times I would just struggle because I'm not a realist in that I take things on face value, but I also don't like the I'll call it self-deception of a great aspect of religion where you claim things that you have no conviction about. So because of that, when you say some things in just be happy, or sometimes I'll just be like, I'll be sorting, let that one be loading subconsciously in my mind. But through the last 6 months, I now find that there is a database, an information base, and understanding that makes it possible for me to see situations that are not palatable by human sight, but because I look at them from consciousness and from understanding, I can now be glad over them, not for the situation, but for the part it fits into. So that's like my transformation in the last 6 months.
I love that. I love that. And I'm hoping that I know people are talking about testimony. I'm hoping we'll be able to hear some of those testimony in what's the name? On Saturday. But on Sunday,
Okay.
now on Friday, my focus on Friday is to dismantle some mindset. So on Friday, we are going to be looking at, sorry, 1 minute. We are going to be looking at sorry, just a minute, please. I'm trying to. We are going to be looking at. I just realized that. Okay, can you imagine? I just realized my. Okay, sorry, just a minute. Just give me my file. Okay, yes, I've seen what I'm looking for. So we're going to be look at this. We're going to be looking at leveraging the intersection of neuroscience and spirituality to manifest. I'm going to spend the whole day talking about that. And I'll be talking about neuroscience. I want to go a lot into that neuroscience and spirituality on day 1. Day 2, I have a couple of other topics, but this day 1, I'm going to be looking a lot of scriptures, and we're going to be focusing our attention on scriptures and neuroscience. And it's deliberate. I want us to go into the new year to understand the fact that we have what it takes to be the best God wants us to be. And the scripture is full of principles to guide us in this regard that we overlook, that we're not even conscious of. We'll do that virtually on Friday and on Saturday. I want to hear from you. We've done this for a year, man. I need to hear from you to be sure our time in the evening is not wasted. So, what's the name? Okay, it's not here now. What? Oladapo, I've said he's coming. I've seen he has plenty testimony to share. And what he has been able to achieve this year because of all that we've discussed. And I know a lot of people, I know, what's the name? Favor also have talked about this. I'm waiting to hear that because that also is an encouragement to see that, look, this thing, we are seeing the result we want, we can go and take it to the next level. Go ahead.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Then expectation being equaling being creation, and then preparation being expectation. So expectation equals creation, and preparation also is proof of expectation. So it does not allow people to just sit passively and say, since I'm expecting it and I'm creating it. But then faith without works is dead. So you should also stand up and prepare for what you're expecting. And the story you shared about how you quickly executed an idea this morning, I'm like,
Yes.
what level of
Yes,
what
the
what
guy, the website guy, I sat down and wrote the website architecture. You know, ChatGPT also make it a lot easier. So you can give me
Yeah.
template. I wrote the architecture, the features, I wrote it. I got the guy is a Muslim, so it's available. We go on a Zoom, have the conversation, show him the website I want to model after. He's going to start this week. He has sent me invoice already. I'm going to pay him this week. You know, it's like you know when okay, I'm preparing for the new year, right? And
Yeah.
I went online trying to get ideas of what are the new things we can do in the new year. And in the course of analysis and feedback, ChatGPT gave me some fantastic ideas. You know, I'm telling you, I ranked him that, okay, I told him he should give me the top 5 trade consulting company in Nigeria. He ranked us as number 3 rather, behind
Okay.
KPMG and I think either Accenture or one of these big 4. We're number 3. And I asked, what do we need to become number 1? He now gave some suggestions. I said, okay, these are suggestions. Okay, we need to start working on this. So it was when I meditated this morning, it just occurred to me one of those suggestions, and now we can implement because I've been overlooking it. I just occurred to me, we can do this thing now. You know, it's like you just have a moment, and sincerely, I don't joke with that moment. Whenever I have that, I just left the room where I was meditating. I went back, I went to my laptop. I went to secure that domain immediately. First of all, let me secure that.
Oh.
Pay for that
Wow.
domain first. You pay for that domain. Let me be sure I have that domain. Then I started, okay, I said, since I have the domain, let me start writing. I started writing. I need to give him a concept note and also the site map, you know, to be able to get him to get to work, you know. So you need that kind of thing because sometimes, look, let me tell you what I discovered. When an idea comes like that, sometimes it might not be only you that catch it.
Yes, that's
It's
true.
important you know that it's not just you. Other people are probably receiving the same idea. And it's those that are able to move fast that might be able to take advantage of those opportunities. So that's why you really cannot afford to just be postponing things you need to do. And the reason for postponement is that most of the time you don't have the energy, you're not in the right frequency. If you are not able to save, you are in the frequency of poverty. If you find it difficult to do something, you are in a frequency that is making you are not the one, it's not your fault. You are not, it's for you to now know this is the reason why you are not able to do this. Then go and fix the problem, and naturally you find yourself doing that thing. So you just got that the energy to do it is available. The what you need to do, you can see the things you need to do because you are in the right frequency. Go ahead.
All right, that's about it. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much. Favor, good evening. Merry Christmas. Hello, Favor.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening. How are you? How is your daughter?
Fine, thank you. It's
All
doing great,
right.
sir. Um, Thank you so much for the session tonight. I think one key thing or one key thing I'm taking away from the session tonight is what you mentioned around everything that happens should be seen as a win.
Yes.
I I think that it's actually very deep because at the in the moment, like where somebody wants something and then that thing doesn't happen, in that moment it's looking like, oh, um to be able to see it as a win in the instant is actually would actually take a conscious effort.
You need a mind shift. First of
Yeah.
all, you need to meditate on that scripture. All things work together for good. You need to make it part and parcel of you. All things work as long as I love God and I'm called according to His purpose. All things work together for good. So if it works together for good, then everything is a win. Everything is a win. Why? Because at the end of the day, if I ensure I don't allow what is happening outside to affect how I feel, I'm still full of love, joy, and peace. It's going to eventually materialize as a win for me. Go ahead.
Thank you very much, sir. So for me with that, you know, like as the year is coming to an end, it's a good thing we had this session because
Yes.
really when we do evaluation at the end of the year, I
Yeah.
consciously check my year and say, okay, what have I done? Did I achieve this? What did I set out to do in the year? And evaluating it, you tend to see things that probably did not turn out the way one would have wanted it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And one would want to see it as, oh no, this one, I lost in this one. But with this consciousness now, I think I have gotten a different picture entirely about everything that happened
Yeah.
in the year,
Yeah.
everything
Fantastic.
that I
Fantastic.
during the year, and I'm really happy about it.
Good.
And again, that shows that it takes one to remain in that frequency because again, if one is identifying something as not successful in quotes, it means that the frequency the person will be operating will drop. And
Yes.
so with this, that means I still stay in the state of joy, in the state
Yes.
of happiness, in the state of fulfillment. That's kind of state. So I'm really grateful for this, and I'm happy that I'm hearing this at this point because it's well needed, and I'm looking forward to the other sessions that we'll be having
On Friday and Saturday.
Friday and Saturday.
Yeah. All
Yeah,
right.
thank you. Then also,
Yes.
one other thing again was the aspects where you talked about if you hurt others, you're actually hurting yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So when you see people so a lot of things will happen normally because human beings will be human beings. And where you talked about the fact that these things break down even and then cause individuals to fall ill, break down their organs and things like that because of the hurt and because of the bitterness and because of all of those things that add up together. If I look at that, it means that if at every point in time I don't see that hurt as a hurt, I don't label it as a hurt, then
Everything is a win. Everything is a win. Everything is a win.
winning state and continue to be able to, and that would even trickle down to relationships, to everything, to
Yeah.
work, to everything about life generally.
Yes.
Keep me in that state of joy and in a high frequency. Thank you very much, sir, for
Thank
all.
you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Amaka, good evening. Benita, how are you today? Hello, Benita, are you there?
Good evening.
Your voice is low.
Hello. Okay, can you hear me now? Good
Yes, a
evening.
lot better.
Okay, wow. Everything I got, I think as I was getting it, I was just putting it on my status.
Oh, on your status.
So, I think the first thing was let me go and check it so that I can give you directly from them.
Yes.
It's a whole lot. So let me just give it from them. Okay. So you have always so one thing, the first thing I got was you have everything, you see everything as win-win. And God, we have to select the narrative. It means that everything we face in life, we have to select the narrative. We have to choose the narrative that we give everything, and
Yes.
everything that the narrative we want to be a win-win, because all things work together for
Oh,
my
good.
good. That one can't leave my head. Even if every other thing leaves, that
That
one
will
can't
what?
leave my head. That one can't leave my head, though.
Yes. Everything works together for good.
Yeah.
Everything works together
Thank
for
you
good.
so
This
much.
scripture is true. We have not just been conscious
So
of the fact that this scripture is true. Everything works together for good. Go ahead.
another thing is, no thought is real unless the meaning you give to it.
Yeah.
Wow. Hmm. And that's just the fact too. Sometimes we might just be thinking, this we might just be having a negative thoughts,
Yeah.
and because as a result of that, so why not have a positive thought so that it will happen?
Exactly.
So,
Exactly.
well, and
Why can't you focus on positive? It's because we have been wired. We are so wired in a way that we are used to. In fact, some people enjoy that negative situation. They are so used to it that it's strange for them not to be in it because of the way they've also conditioned themselves. You know? Go ahead.
okay. So another thing I also got is whatever you find normal will find you.
Yeah.
So yes, some people find when they are into abusive relationships, they keep entering, coming out from one and entering another one because they find it normal, which ought not to be. So expectation is creation. What you expect is what you get. A good one. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you. Thank you very much, Senator of the Federal Republic. Senator, did you authorize the U.S. strike on Nigeria in the Red Chamber? Eh?
Of course.
Did you authorize the striking of Nigeria in the Red Chamber? I can't hear you.
It doesn't matter now. You never stamp chamber. So
There is a lot of noise at your background. I'm struggling to hear you.
can you hear me now?
Yes, better.
Hello?
Yes. Can you move away
Hello,
a little from that place? Yes, I can hear you, but I'm
Oh,
still hearing the noise at the background.
oh. Can you hear me now, sir?
Yes, it's better, yes.
Oh, okay. I was saying that it doesn't really matter about approve now. Anything there is a rubber stamp chamber, so anything goes.
All right, go
Well,
ahead.
what is important that those terrorists can?
The terrorists can what?
Yeah, thank you, sir, for the session today. I said let them just be eradicated, let them be eliminated. That's what matters. Doesn't the bureaucracy whether they authorize or not, because it's really stifling the growth of the country, because the looking at the budgets, like the majority of the budget was going to defense, buying of arms. That money should have been spent in education and some other important things, but it has become like the priority. We are forced to. It is stunting the development of the country. So we need to get over as soon as we can.
Go ahead.
So thank you, sir. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes.
Yeah, thank you, sir, for the session today. I think the previous speaker has already like echoed our they've echoed what I wanted to say, because I think the bullet point is that everything is a win, and it's just so mind blowing and energizing, because it just shifts your perspective on many things, even things that you thought as it's the idea of regrets and a lot of regret and sorrow, past and grief, just leaves you, just frees you, because it just make you interpret every event in the right way.
Yeah.
And I think it's very powerful, but that because even when things are not going as planned, you just have your mind that, oh, no problem, it's still going to become a win at the end of the day.
Good,
And I
yeah.
think like that's one of the let's say attribute of like successful people, or
Yes,
this within people
yes,
that do
yes.
well,
Very positive.
because they are always positive that no matter what, they are still going to bounce back, and everything is going to make sense in the end of the day. And it just frees up one mind, and also encourages and put us in that positive and that cheerful or happy state of being, that you're not so worried of things that happened in the past, because many a times when people look back at what has happened in the past, they are skeptical that I don't want to get involved in things that in the near future I'll be regretting. But when you have that understanding that everything is a win, it just frees you to just um do the best do the best, not being afraid of any possible loss. And I think it's quite astonishing to hear.
Yeah.
And but sometimes when you hear these things, they sound very like amazing, and you're like, this is I didn't really true, because it sounds so, because it's almost like you're not hearing it around. You don't hear it almost everywhere. So why is he so looking like a new thing in town?
And
And
we know that all things work together for good. So it's not new. It's just in different perspective from the way you have been taught about it. It's not new. It's in scriptures. You are just seeing it in a different light. It's hidden in plain sight. You know, one of the challenge is when someone is preaching and is using an example of what happened in Bible days. But today is 2025. And you're still using the example of what happened in Bible days in 2025. You're not going to be able to relate. People cannot relate to it. So what we're doing is to use contemporary times, facts, information, science to explain what scripture already said, only that in modern time we can see it better. The Bible says it's more blessed to give than to receive. That's a fact. So that's true in scriptures. But it's also fact and true in science, because science is showing that when I give, my body release oxytocin, serotonin, endorphin. These are happiness hormones that make me happy, such that if they put cardioencephalogram in my brain, in my head, and that of the head of the someone that received the gift, the wave of joy in me is higher than the person that received. But the scripture said it over 1,000 years ago. But if you now explain it in this light, it become a lot clearer. Oh yeah, this is true. But it has always been true, only that now you are seeing it in a more practical way, and science prove it. Am I making sense?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So that's what happened.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Because I also wanted to talk about like expectation, that what you expect determines like your reality, like your expectation determines what you receive. But I want to paint this scenario, because okay, let me give an example, a recent example of like in the okay, we had the news like December that, oh, they're going to give us bonus, so amount of money as bonus.
Yes.
But I was telling that people that they should not put their mind in this, not that they know what if it doesn't materialize. So I want to understand that what is the right state of mind? Should you expect
Do
money
you want
where
the bonus?
of course I want the bonus.
If you
But
want the bonus, then you should be happy that you are receiving it, not to be expecting that they will disappoint you.
so like the state of mind should be that you are receiving
Yes, you're
because
happy, you're excited that it's coming, rather than be disappointed, expecting that they will disappoint you. Because you want it.
because how things that you hear something they say, sorry, I think now plans has changed. It's just a way of like relieving you from any potential stress. Because if you
It doesn't change the fact that you are not expecting the best for yourself. Expect the best. Expect it, prepare for it. If it doesn't come, listen up. It doesn't change the fact that you are happy that it's coming. Because it doesn't have to come in the way you are expecting it. Do you understand? Because that's the challenge. But I was expecting, I was happy, I was this, but eventually it didn't come. Now, if you feel bad, that is a sign. You are going to create that vicious cycle that Grant was talking about. Don't allow the fact that it didn't even happen to discourage you, to disappoint you. Why? It will still come. It might not just come the way you are expecting it, because God has infinite way of making this thing happen. You are the one that wants it in this particular way. What is important is that you want income. Call it bonus, call it whatever it is you want to call it. It's income, and it can come through anyway, any other means.
That's good, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
All right, thank you. Techno KM5. I don't know your name, but here I can see Techno KM5. Hello, Techno. Techno KM5.
Good evening, sir.
What's the name?
My name is Phoebe, sir.
Phoebe,
Good
okay,
evening,
go
sir.
ahead.
Yes, sir. So today, this is my first time joining, actually.
Wow, who sent you the link?
Francis.
Okay, Francis, okay. So,
Yes, sir.
Francis, I will drop a link for Francis, so Francis can forward it to you for you to use it to join.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, sir. So what I learned from today's discussion was that we should learn how to sell a narrative to ourselves, to create an expectation for ourselves, and not to just have. We should have a focus, a goal, and something we are looking forward to, not to be stuck up on the latter end. And also, I learned that we should learn how we perceive things is how we project things. That our perceptions shapes our projections. That our perception shapes our projections. And also learn that winners are the best in what they do, in what they sow.
Yes, exactly. Not necessarily the best
in what they sow. And they don't talk about the outcome. They talk about the journey. They talk about the process, because the process matters a lot.
Yeah.
I also learned that expectation is creation, and that expectation is creation is that what you sow is what you reap. Your expectations shapes your reality, and helps you to create more focus, and help you to focus on what should be created. You also said that everything that happens to one, either good or bad, everything is a win. It just depends on how you view it.
Yeah.
Also, you said the wise are the same in pain and in pleasure.
Yeah,
the wise
is
are
the
the same
same
in
in pain and in pleasure.
and in
That means when
pleasure.
there is pain, they don't feel sad, unhappy, terrible, discouraged, disappointed. And when they are in pleasure, they are not overly excited because they are expecting the good thing of life to come to them. So they are not surprised that you came.
Yes, sir. And lastly, what I learned also is that whatever you find normal will find you.
Find you, yeah.
Will find you. So we should focus more on the positive things and we should focus on positive things and make them
And
the
normalize
core
them.
goals of our lives and normalize them. Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
All right. Thank you. Uche.
Yes, sir.
Good evening.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Well done. Thank you so much for today's session.
Yep.
Okay, so one very thing that stood out for me was selling your narrative, telling
Yeah.
a narrative to yourself, because it's what you tell yourself that you will believe, right? And so, like, I had like an experience, something I'd applied for a job, but then it took a long time. But they just sent me a mail rejection email, and in my head, I'm like, oh, well, it's not time for me to,
It's not
it's
what?
not, maybe this is not the right time to move, but just that it didn't make me feel bad. I'm like, okay, on to the next. What next? Like, yeah, I'm going to do another. I'm going to apply to other jobs, right? But then it was some like this session today just opened my eyes to see that um whatever thing I tell to myself or whatever condition or situation I find myself, telling the right narrative is very important,
Yeah.
right? And another thing is your another thing that stood out for me was everything is everything that I say to myself, or however my conviction or whatever backlog or whatever thing that I get to do or I get to hear, I need to position myself, put myself in the right frequency, right? Put myself in the right state of mind such that I wouldn't allow lower frequency like anger, sadness, or fear to take me out from love, joy, peace, and to this high frequency in order to maintain an atmosphere of being being able to do the things that I know that when I stay in the right frequency, however today, I'm able to I'm able to maintain that frequency and not dwindle into an dwindle into fear or anxiety here. So that's it for me, sir.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you very much, everyone. Grant, please, this flyer, can you do it? Can you do a shape that can fit on on YouTube, so that when the recording we are doing, I want to use this flyer as the thumbnail for the YouTube
Okay.
version. So do that rectangular size shape that will fit the YouTube this thing
Okay, sir.
for us to be able to. That's one. How many people have shown interest for Saturday now? We should have more people.
Like, I don't know. Maybe here will be a good place to take a poll because not a lot.
Not a
Let
lot.
me see.
Okay,
Not
so
a lot.
I know Francis and Phoebe are not in Lagos, so they won't be able to make it physically. So they might join us virtually for both. But Blessing, are you in Lagos?
Yes, I'm in Lagos.
Will you be able to make it physically?
Yes, on
All right,
Saturday, the
fantastic.
3rd.
But you have not filled the form, have you?
I'll vote today. I really wanted to conclude today, so I will
Please go
go.
ahead and do that.
All
Okay,
right.
You see,
Favor.
Yeah.
Hello, Favor. Favor, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Yes.
So let me come back on that.
On that, okay. 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 Victor, I know you normally will come physically.
Yes, yes. Well, I've not
So you
filled the
come with your
poll.
brother and sister.
Okay.
Tell your sister
I'll tell you.
that I'm still waiting for her, but it will be good if she can make it.
Okay.
Okay, Amaka, are you in Lagos? Amaka, are you there? Amaka. Okay. Uche. Uche, come with pressure when you are coming now. I
Oh,
hope you'll be
Precious.
around.
That's the challenge, oh.
Where
I'm
happened?
not sure. I might be working
Okay, you'll be in the
that
office.
weekend. Yeah, I'm not sure though.
The
As the
roster
rota
is
is
not
not
out.
out, but then yes.
Were you at work on
So I'm
Christmas Day?
hoping. No. I wasn't.
How about New Year? That your office. Get
No,
us.
I'm not working on New Year.
Interesting.
No.
Tell Precious that he needs to come.
Okay. Okay, sir.
And your
I'll tell
sister,
her.
those that have not been joining. Okay, so
Okay, they are not around though.
they are not around. Okay.
It's only Amaka that is around, so I'll just tell her.
Okay. So Grant, we already
Sir.
have Blessing. Favor also, we hope you should be able to make it. Plus Victor. If Victor is coming, 1 or 2 people. Samuel is coming. Samuel is coming with about 2 or 3 people also. He already told me that when we started, but he's not here right now. So I think we should be fine. So what I'm thinking is, that also happened last time. We might need to maybe just prepare for about 20 mil.
20.
20. We'll just work with 20. Do we have any
Okay.
donation yet?
Yes, we are, boys. Like so far, just 2.
It's so far just what?
Just 2 people.
As in
So far.
donation. Now how much
Yeah.
do we have now?
We have 8,000.
Call David. David said he will sponsor us. Tell him that I'm reminding him. Tell him
Okay.
our budget is about 2,500 per person. That will be about 3,000 per person. 3,000. So
That's
that we're waiting
60K.
for him. Let me know what he says.
Okay, sir.
Tell him
Okay.
that I told you that I hope he's coming. He also will normally come with a friend at least.
Okay.
He will normally
My
come with a friend also.
will cross 20
So
because
what?
with tonight's I said we might cross 20. The numbers you mentioned when you numbered people, you mentioned 8 people, 4 people are filled. That's making 12. So if we had
Yes,
might
I'm
be
expecting
20.
also one other person plus myself. That's 2.
That's 14.
Yes, let's work with 20. And if by the time we start, if we have more, then what I told it was these people that supplied last year was the place. I will remind me. I will get their number for you so you can ring with them. So they use this delivery now. If we are noticing that is by time they're supposed to deliver, if there is more, we'll just tell them to bring another batch, and so that by the time before we finish, the people will be able to have something to eat before we finish. All right. All right. Thank you very much, everyone. See you. So Friday, we're having a full session from 9 a.m. from Friday. 9 a.m. We'll do back to back. So we'll do 9 to 11. Take question and answer. During question and answer, if you want to step up it, and you can share the link also with people. Then we'll do 9 to 11, then 11 to 1, then 1 to 3, then 3 to 5. 9 to 11, 11 to 1, 1 to 3, 3 to 5. That's about 8 hours actually that we'll be having on Saturday. Sorry, on Friday. Then on Saturday, we'll meet physically again from 9 to 5. Thank you very much, everyone. See you on Friday. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year in advance. By the time we meet on Friday, we'll be in the new year. All right, bye-bye.
Good night, sir.
Good night, sir.
All right, good night.